ever been told by your kids or your spouse or a family member that you're on your phone too much, you're not alone, and this video is going to help you learn how to be present and stop checking your phone so much. Here, I help women get the breakthrough they need to improve the areas of their life that are important to them. And today I'm going to talk to you about something that I think we all struggle with, and that is getting our noses out of our phones and learning to be present in the moment with what is happening in our world right now today. Because after all, that's where all the important stuff really truly is, isn't it? Be sure to stick around for the whole video because tip number 8 blew my mind, and it's something I've never ever heard of before, and I'm going to share that tip with you. As you're watching the video, if I give you a tip that you like, I would love it if you would give the video a like and drop a comment and let me know which tips are your favorite, isn't it? So I know for myself, I've had to implement some of the tips that I'm going to share with you in order to create boundaries for myself and not be in the phone all the time. And last week I was talking with a client. This was a major issue that had come up for her in her life and her family. Her husband was upset that she was on her phone all the time. And so we dove in and we created some habits to work on. And I want to share those habits with you in case you are struggling with this as well. Before I dive into the 8 tips I'm going to give you, I also want you to know that there's no judgment and no condemnation here. If you find yourself someone who is sucked into their phone, 1, you're not alone, and 2, you're watching this video so that you can try to improve that and make it better. So just accept where you are, how you are, and implement the tips on here that will work for you. Some of them may work, they may fit your personality, and others, they might not be for you. So take the ones that you think are going to fit the way you're wired and are going to benefit you the most. So let's dive in. Tip number 1, don't always have your phone with you. Instead of having your phone with you all the time, leave it in a specific place in your home. Maybe it's in a basket, maybe it's on the counter, maybe it's on your desk or someplace where you sit. But as you're going through your house and you're going about your daily activities, have your phone in a space where you actually have to go to it in order to check it. Tip number 2, have specific times in your day set aside where you will not be on your phone. For example, from the hours of 5 to 8, maybe that's dinner and family time. Your phone is in a basket and you are specifically and intentionally not checking your phone during these hours. Tip number 3 is the opposite of tip number 2. Set specific times in your day where you are checking your phone. So for example, I check my Facebook messages 2 times a day, in the morning and in the late afternoon. Other than that, I'm not jumping on and constantly checking what's happening. Those are the times that I check it, and I've disciplined myself to only check it at those times. Tip number 4, turn off your notifications that ding and make noise, especially when it comes to social media. If you want to be able to implement the tips of checking things at a certain time, you've got to take away those distractions. Otherwise, it's just like you're a slave to that bell, right? Ding, 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 and you go running. So turn the dingers off. Turn off the noisy notifications. Tip number 5 is set a timer and only allow yourself so much time to scroll and to be on social media. I think we get sucked into the scroll. I know I am totally guilty of getting sucked into the scroll. And if you're like me and you happen to be an entrepreneur that builds an online business, I think this is even a bigger draw. It's a time suck, and a lot of time it's really not productive either. So give yourself a certain amount of time, set a timer, and give yourself a certain amount of time that you're going to spend on social media. When the timer goes off, the phone goes down. Tip number 6 is move the distracting apps off of your home screen. So for example, if you get distracted and pulled into Facebook or Instagram, checking your mail, whatever that may be for you, move those apps to the second screen so that every time you pick up your phone, you're not tempted to just quickly push that button and get sucked back into the world of the internet. Tip number 7 is work on being present in the moment and really giving yourself into being where you are and doing what you're doing. If you're with your kids, be with your kids. If you're with your spouse, be with your spouse. Whatever it is that you're doing, learn to just be there. Whatever is on the phone that's calling out to you that feels so important, I promise you at the end of the day, there's most likely nothing more important than being present with the people in your life, even if that is just being present with yourself, even if that is just being present and being your own company and being involved in what you're doing right now and really giving yourself wholeheartedly to whatever or whoever that thing is. And tip number 8 is actually something that I just learned about after the meeting with my client last week. I Googled ways to help you stop being distracted by your phone. And this one takes the cake. I actually applied this and it really does work. You can turn on the grayscale feature of your phone. Now, the grayscale feature does exactly what it sounds like it says it's going to do. It turns the screen of your phone gray. And here's the thing about it, it's a little depressing, but it instinctively made me really not want to pick up my phone. There wasn't all these bright colored apps calling out my name, my pictures, my home screen picture of my husband and my grandkids. It was, black and white. It was this gray color. There's really just no draw there. Now, one of the women, I gave these tips inside of my membership, the GBY membership, and one of the women messaged me and she said, my phone's depressing me. And I said, then get off your phone, okay? So this grayscale tip is only going to help you if you actually let it speak to you and don't pick up your phone because you're just not pulled to do it. And another thing about turning on grayscale that I've been doing is during the times I don't want to be on my phone, I turn it on. But if it's during the times when I do need to be on my phone for work, or it's a time that I've allotted myself to be on the phone, I turn the grayscale off in order to not get depressed by the gray colors that now show up on my screen. Now, I'm going to do you one better. If you have an iPhone, here are the exact steps that you need to take in order to turn the grayscale feature on. If you have an Android, you're going to have to Google how to turn the grayscale feature on your type of phone, because I'm an iPhone user, so that's the only type of phone I was able to figure this out on. But the first thing you want to do if you have an iPhone is go to your settings, accessibility, display and text size, and then you're going to go to color filters and you're going to turn the color filter on. So there you have it. Those are the 8 tips that I have for you that will help you be more present and stay off of your phone. I'd love to know what your favorite tip is. What tips are you going to try to implement in your own life to help you get off the phone and spend more time actually enjoying your life? If you got value out of today's video, don't forget to hit subscribe and hit that bell so you get notified every time I release new content. This is Davita signing out. See you next time.